dump site not to exceed $6,800, funds provided from DPW account.
Yeah, we had to use one-on-one accounts, unrestricted funds for this, because there's no funding source for the I-94 dump. And what we're looking at is separating with a survey lots that are attached, that are buildable, that are not part of the contamination, where you can actually build something on it.
Is this the Inkster and
E-course road,
yes.
Yeah, we just got it capped, we completed the clay cap on it,
Right.
and where the person that dumped the clay, the blue clay, is currently grading it. Council previously approved a drone to fly over that so that we can get a contour, and he actually got a GPS card from the contour, which it's really neat. The bulldozer actually has a GIS on it, and it goes with the contour that was provided by Wade Trim, so you get a nice crown, because the DEQ is requiring it to have a crown so the water drains off it, and the perimeter has vents, and it traps the water so it can't leach off site. And after the contractor's done grading this, the contaminated site, he actually is going to provide a top cover, which I didn't know about until the other day. He's getting millings. He's working with Ajax at the airport, and he's bringing in millings, and he's going to cap the site for us at no cost. And that's required by the DEQ. We have to either, they approved the millings, we met with them. At first they wanted us to put topsoil and seed it, and it has to have a root of 3 to 4 inches, and we have to keep it cut. And the challenge of that is this is all clay, blue clay, which is hard as a rock. And the cost to put topsoil on there would be quite expensive also, so we're making out pretty well.
Okay, are we talking a full 53 acres up there?
Well, there's actually 68 acres.
Right.
The one parcel that you're talking about is 53 acres, and I think when I did a GIS on there, it's approximately 33 acres of that 53 that is actually the part that we had to put the clay cap on.
So we're going to clay cap it, and then what are we going to do with it? We're going to sell it?
That's up to the TCDC, it's their property.
It's my understanding, TCDC, from a letter I got after I requested it, that we're not going to sell it, we're going to lease it. I didn't know we were in leasing programs.
That's something that I can't tell you, because I don't know if it's going to be leased or not.
Okay. I was just wondering, we're doing all this work on that, but the DEQ says if we, pretty much if we cap it, is it going to be usable?
There's very few things that we can use it for. You can't build on it, you can't drill in it, you can't change the grade. Basically, you can park on it or make a soccer field or something that there's no, you can't even put a post in there, in the ground. You can't do any drilling in there because there are cells in there that have contaminated waste in them. That's why we had to do the cap.
So it could be used for parking or storage?
Yes, it can be.
Of vehicles?
Yes.
So there's wells in there?
There's cells.
Cells.
What it is that was used for a dump site because of the quality of clay that was down there. And back, I think in the late 80s, AKT Peerless was brought in here to do an investigation on it. And they actually uncovered actual cells. And they found industrial product in there. And they don't even know what some of the product was. But because of the clay material, the DEQ agreed with their recommendation that if anything leaked, it would stay contained because of the quality of clay. So the DEQ required us to put a clay cap on it, and then they had to put some venting around in case, for any kind of. Yes, and we maintain those. We have been maintaining those. And once in a while, kids will vandalize it, and they'll break, and we go back out there. And you can drive around the perimeters, white PVC stacks with vent fans on all. And it's a requirement for the DEQ for us to do all this. The capping, we thought we were going to take years. When I first got here, there was only a small portion of it. There was a large project downriver, and one of the companies, Dan Nussbaum, approached us and said, hey, we got some of this great blue clay. We heard you guys need it. So we met with the DEQ. We had AKT Peerless come out. We tested the clay, and it was a quality clay, and they actually put a 4 or 5 foot cover on top of this. And we just met with the DEQ out there, and they're very happy with the progress that we're making. And like I said, we're working with them and doing what they require. One of the things Mr. Ramick asked about selling it, the DEQ strongly recommends that we don't sell it because we have to still maintain the vents on it. We have to have access to the perimeter, and we can police what's going on in there so no one does any drilling or any changing of the grade or building anything or any digging in there.
So you said about 33 acres of it was capped.
Yeah, approximately.
And then what do we do with the rest of the other 30?
That's what this is for. We're gonna survey that to separate it because you can actually dig in that area and build things.
Now, was a big enough buffer, a safe enough buffer?
Oh, yeah.
Would that be in the northwest corner of that property? Because I looked at it
No,
from an
the
aerial.
north part is a Beverly Road.
Yes.
Okay, the buildable part would be east of that property. Because you have the school on the west side,
Mhm.
and then on the east side, it's all wooded.
Mhm.
Plus, there's limited because you have a county drain that runs through
Right,
that also.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I grew up in that too. But there's a house right there, you know, that runs, it's between like the edge of that, what we used to call the field. There's a house there and then there's a drain, the drain like where it goes down under.
On the north side?
It would be on the northeast side.
Yeah, I think there might be a house. It's like off of Beverly Road.
So I'm wondering if it's some patch of woods that that are still standing right there, kind of in that.
There's not much of a buffer
northeast.
there.
Okay.
If you look at the.
No, you can see through, I mean, I know a lot of people in the neighborhood, so you look through the fence, you can see the cap and everything like that.
Yeah.
But that northwest corner is still like a little wooded area.
Yeah.
Kind of like a green area. So
Yep, and
I don't know what we consider building there.
there is some area there, but that northwest corner, I don't believe is city property.
Right.
The city I wish I had the maps with me to show you. The city property actually would be west, or, the east side, kind of to the south.
Okay.
There's like, it's like a sliver, and it has three separate property IDs
Right.
on it.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then when
there
you,
used to be
on
a
that
farm back
53
there.
acre lot, if you go to the west, there's a good wooded portion on it that you can still build.
Okay. Okay.
Sure. I know you sent it to me, but I can't, what was the name of the company?
Dan's Excavating.
Dan's?
Yes.
Just real quick, I'll say here, I did look into this, my friends into earth moving and all that stuff. I asked him, because I just couldn't believe that a company would donate all that clay and all that stuff, so of course I did a
There's
little.
a reason why.
Well, exactly,
They
and
can't get
and
rid
he
of
made
it.
it quite clear that they would gladly, if they had a place to dump it, they would gladly do it and pay excavators there to do and
Yeah,
plant and all
because
that
it's
stuff.
close
Yes,
to
yeah,
what they're
so,
doing, if it was.
Saves
if it
them
was
money.
6 miles
It does,
away,
yeah.
wouldn't do that.
and that's what it was, so.
And we just were the benefit of it, because we
Right.
are very lucky to get that clay to campus.
And the other cap that you could put on it, the crushed concrete.
Yeah, that too. Well, they're working with Ajax, who I just read is starting today to do some runways, and they're milling it, and that's where, from what I understand, they're getting milled.
Okay, is there any other questions on that one? Item 19 is a motion to approve Jeff Bowdell for building department plan review. Cost of service is 75% of the collected plan review fees as approved in the City of Taylor fee schedule. Mr. Bach.
Yes. I got a request from our building official, if we can get Jeff Bowdell on, to do plan reviews as a subcontractor. He's not going to be an employee working in here. We send it to him and he sends it back, just like we do with Wade Trim and Hennessey. Mr. Bowdell actually worked for Wade Trim and did our plan reviews for us when he was working for Wade Trim. He since has moved on, and he has a turnaround of 5 days. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks, sometimes longer. It's good customer service on our part, and it's not costing anything. The fees collected are charged to the person that are submitted for plan review. We have a fee schedule approved by council, and Mr. Bowdell is willing to do these for us at 75% of the collected fees, plus he is certified for plan review, which is very hard to find a person in building, electrical, plumbing, mechanical. He does all the trades plan review. In other words, we have to get a separate person certified by the state to do electrical. He has to be certified in electrical, building, and so on. And currently, we pay Hennessey to do our plan reviews at 100% of the fees collected, and weight trim at 80%, and I read the contract today, and 100% of residential. So we get to keep some of them fees that we're charging.
Councilman Johnson?
So, quick question. Are we have any openings for inspectors at all?
Yes,
And
we
what kind-
do. We've been
what kind-
advertising.
What kind of inspectors?
All of them, and if we get one, we're willing to hire any trade inspectors.
So, as far as I know, from what I understand, about 7 or 8 years ago, we had an inspector that not only was capable and certified to do all of that, when he wasn't doing that, he was doing inspections. And it was like a win-win, but it's probably a little longer than that with the massive layoffs. He was let go and is never brought back. So it was like when I worked here, they said, oh, there's not that much plumbing. But when I wasn't doing plumbing, I was building the stage at the community, over at the community center. So why ain't we trying to find somebody to do that? Everything.
We've been advertising since I've been here, practically.
Yeah, we don't
Sheila's
have
right
that
here.
there, so-
We still are advertising right now, currently, on trying to get a trade inspector. Keeping them busy is not an issue. No, because if he's not doing an inspection, we can put him on rentals. He can do rental inspections. We got plenty of those. The issue is that there's a shortage of inspectors right now, and it's just the facts. And we're not the only community looking for inspectors. You can go on the MML website, and you can see several communities looking for inspectors. You just can't find them.
Keith, after reading the remarks, my only concern is how long, he worked for Wade Trim, he comes back, he retired from them, and then he comes back and undercuts them by 5%. How long has, there's no compete, non-compete issue
Right.
here or
No, he
anything
said
like
there's
that?
not. And
I
we're
think
not
that's
using
something
them
we need to-
exclusively. We're still
Okay.
using all three.
Yeah.
But some of them, sometimes we give too many to one and it takes too long.
No, I understand that, I just want us to make sure we look into this, that there is no.
And I did
compete or
ask
any
that
of
question.
and,
Right, or any
Yep.
Right,
Tim,
sure.
is he an entity? Is he got his own company? Does he got liability insurance? Is there anything that he could do or not do that could come back to haunt the city different than what protection we might have with Hennessey or?
Well, he'd be a subcontractor getting paid through 1099. He wouldn't be an actual city employee.
But in terms of the work that he's providing for the city, do we have any liability for the quality of his work product? That if he was Hennessey or Wade Trim, there would be insurance? I don't know.
I can double check.
Wanting to make sure that we're not losing any protection, quality of work-wise, going from an engineering firm to a retired engineer.
I can check and make sure that he has liability insurance and then get back to you tomorrow. I'll check.
Yeah, so that, if we're giving them a 1099, and if we're directing him on what to do, technically, we're his employer. You can't give a 1099 to somebody that you tell what to do.
We're not telling them. All we're doing is we can't tell him how to do the work. We're giving him the plans, and because he's certified with the state of Michigan, he is considered qualified to do plan reviews. You can't do a plan review to make sure it meets the requirements of the Michigan Building Code without being certified through the state of Michigan.